Welcome in to David A. Richardson Memorial Stadium here in Raleigh, North Carolina, as the Carolina Skyhawks play host to the Florida Storm. I'm Colin Northrop, and joining me in the broadcast booth is the man who is my personal man to my personal best. Somewhere off, Rick Northrop.
Good evening, everybody.
Alongside statisticians Ron Haynes and Dakota Butts, aka Dwayne Schindler, and executive producer Kevin Irvine, we welcome you to the Saturday Night Block here on the Virtual Football Network. For Florida, Rick, they'll be short-handed at quarterback. What to expect from them?
Well, Colin, because the Storm will be without their Hall of Fame quarterback Ron Cochran due to illness, and I expect to see a heavy dose of R.B. Bolgaletsky as well as the fullback Chris Thomas.
Going to flip side for Carolina, they're dealing with a tragic off-the-field situation with the passing of Laura Alba, England. Rick, I feel a greater factor in these situations like this with team spirit and camaraderie more than X.
You know, you're onto something anytime a tough situation like this takes place, Colin. It's a real emotional roller coaster for the team, especially as someone as beloved as Z. Barry. He was not only by his teammates, but the community at large. I expect Skyhawks to have a spirited effort in today's game.
We now pause 10 seconds for a moment of silence. Thank you. And a kickoff by Malone Brown goes down to about the 2-yard line. Caleb Giffis on the return. And tackled at the 27 is Giffis, and quarterback in the offense for today for Florida will be Tyler Dilfer, number 4. He's got a bevy of weapons to work with. We'll get to them shortly. Under center, Boletsky to single back. One receiver each side. They'll sprint out with Dilfer. Throw down the field. Catch is made by Ron Haynes. Down to the 50-yard line. Let's introduce the Florida offense. Will Boletsky tailback, Chris Kamazak at fullback. Stephen Bush, Caleb Giffis, and Art Vandelay, a wide receiver. Steve Vandelay handled the ball back. Rodney Smith and Ron Haynes are the tight ends. Randy Fatt III is the left tackle, and Joseph Wade and Greg McDonaldson are the other offensive linemen.
Same formation here, Colin, for those sharp-eyed amongst you.
And they'll give to the backup back, who loses 2 yards on the play. Tackle made by number 59, May Carter at defensive end.
You know, I think 59 there said, you're going to not roll out to my side again, and punches in there and interrupts the play in the backfield.
We'll introduce the Carolina defense after this play, which is the 2nd and 12. Stephen Bush in motion. Bush leading wide receiver from Florida coming in. And Dilfer's pass is down the field again. Ooh, incomplete. Broken up nicely by number 44, Mike Ryan. And LJ Hobbs, May Carter across the front at defensive end with Phil Hall and Christopher Colon at tackle. Danny Stenson, Mojo McClain, and Siobhan Prasad are the linebackers. Tristan Hatley, T.D. Jack, Davidson Joseph are corners. Skippy Curtis, Mike Ryan, and Imori Alban England are the safeties. Dilfer on the roll.
Ooh.
Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. So after a couple good plays, Rick, they stall out here on this 3rd and 12.
They did, and I thought on that second down play, that was going to be a nice deep completion over the middle. But the defensive secondary caught up with the ball and jarred it free, and then as you just saw, that pass was interrupted by the hit to the QB.
Marcus Agrippa on for the punt for Florida. 11th-year punter. All these people, Florida Storm, have been here a long time. A lot of double-digit seasons. As the punt will go into the end zone, ball comes out to the 20, and we'll get our first look at Marcus Dunhill and this Carolina Skyhawk offense.
You know, you bring up a good point about Florida, Colin. There's some cohesion on that team, and you know, they play like it. You got to be careful anytime you've got the Florida Storm on the other side of the line of scrimmage from you, Colin.
And I agree with you there, my friend. They'll start off with an empty backfield. Dunhill back to throw. Look out, pressure comes, and ooh, it's nearly intercepted on the play. Adam Jones defending against Skippy Curtis. Riley Quintero and Harish Prasad are the tailbacks. Tony Zomo is the fullback. Nolan Pierce, Chase Earl, and Chris Curtis, along with Adam Banks, are the wide receivers. Vince DeSantis is the tight end. Left tackle is Kate Palmer. Chad Rowland is the other tackle. Ricky Rigatoni is at guard, along with Chris Cross, number 77. Empty set again. Back to throw. Dunhill. Blitz comes over the middle. Incomplete. Again, they go out of the empty set, Rick, and again, Florida is on top of their offensive line almost immediately.
Yeah, small point of interest. Back when I was doing my stand-up comedy in the 70s, I played Ricky's Rigatoni Room more than once, you know? That was a rough place, I'm telling you. It was a rough crowd.
Again, they line up in the empty backfield. 4 down linemen for Florida. They got a lot of big guys up front along that defensive line. It's 3rd and 10. Dunhill back to throw. Has to move out of the pocket. Fires down the field. Oh! Wanted to catch by Skippy Curtis, but they say she was out of bounds. And we're going to get our first challenge of the game. So let's take a retroactive look at the play presented by Retroid. Get your console to play the SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com. Rick, this is a critical hinge point.
Well, it's an early hinge point here, trying to pick up the first down, and it looked close. Let's see what the replay says here.
She uses those go-go arms to get up over Adam
I don't know.
Carroll.
Looks like that left
close.
foot was, the toe was over the line.
And they're going to overturn the call.
Wow.
So the coaching staff nails it early. You see Coach Vandelay there in the nice shirt. He can't believe it, but it's first down.
He can't believe it. Howard Cosell called and said, nice characterization there.
Deontay Stoneville, Alessandro Tomello at defensive end, Pete Mitchell, and the rookie Landon Oldheim. Our defensive tackle Ryan Tobin, Jesus Smith, and Juan Mississippi are the linebackers. Ness Ginkill, the first-round rookies at corner, along with the veterans Evan Carroll and Ryan Davidson, along with Adam Jones. Daniel Wright is a free safety, and Andrew Francis is a strong safety. He's been in the league 16 years, Rick, as that pass is complete for first down.
Wow, 16. That's awesome. And a really clean pocket. And you don't want to let give Dunhill time like that. It's going to pick you apart. And that was a smaller window, seeing from the end zone than what it appeared to be on the sideline view. Hats off to Dunhill.
This is the 7th meeting between these two ball clubs, Rick. Florida leads the series 4-2, but Carolina always seems game to play the visitors from Fort Lauderdale, previously of Alaska.
Exactly, and that play up the middle was well defended by Carolina. Expect to see another passing.
Florida unit.
Sorry, Florida, yeah. Expect to see another passing concept from Carolina.
Skyhawks right behind Florida. Right behind Florida in the Eastern Division. It's a dump off. We'll go backwards for further yards. Harish Prasad. He lost 2 more yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd and 13.
13. Yeah, I don't know who the D lineman was who was standing right next to Dunhill. I'm thinking, just reach out and drag him down. Reach out and touch him. The old telephone company phrase.
And Dunhill has to scramble, but it's a long way to go, and he'll be stopped 5 yards short. So Malone Brown will come on for another punt, possibly, as Juan Mississippi brought him down. There's Brown, number 18. Long snapper is actually Mojo McClain, number 90.
Mojo McClain.
Who serves as the team's, in the team's front office. He's the offensive coordinator as well as the head coach. Skippy Curtis, the GM. Adam Banks, the assistant. Harish Prasad is the offensive coordinator. Mojo actually calls the defense. And we get 1st and 10 at the Florida 11.
Yeah, in the space of 30 seconds, you gave Mojo McClain like 4 different jobs. Good job.
Before I finally landed on the right. At least give me credit, Aaron. 1st and 10 at the 11. 6:38 to go in the opening frame. And we're And we're getting started here, folks.
Don't forget, everybody, the Rick meter's in town. The Rick meter finished its expected to be season-long overhaul early, rushed back into production, got burning that clean diesel. A lot of great neon, which looks nice tonight in the Carolina night sky. And that Rick meter is going to be telling you early who's going to prevail in this contest.
Michael Torillo says, and Mojo actually does all of that. LOL. So I appreciate that.
A Torillo sighting. Was he on my bingo card?
Back across the middle of the pass is intercepted. Running back the other way is Siobhan Broussard for a pick six off the backup. And Carolina's on the board.
Wow, with style. Let's get another look at that.
I know his brother makes fun of his hands, but there was nothing to be made fun of there. It's Siobhan Broussard just simply grabs the ball and says, fine, I'll do it myself.
Dicky hands, Dicky fingers pulls that one in. And it looked like that pass should have probably never been thrown. There were three guys there, and it just, Prasad finds himself with the rock.
Only the 7th turnover committed by Florida all year. And the extra point is good. So with exactly 6 minutes to go, it's 7-0 Carolina in the most unlikely of ways. And we have a $6 super chat from Siobhan Prasad, and he says, nice catch, Siobhan. So he's praising himself and giving the league money.
That's right. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Touchback in the end zone. Ball comes out to the 20-yard line. We'll re-rack him again.
Well, when I was worried about this thing evolving into a punt fest, which it still may, right? But it's 7-0 Carolina. An opportunistic pick six by Prasad.
See Chris Curtis in the chat. Good to see you, sir, as the pass is dumped off this time to Bula Beletsky, and I think that's a good idea. Just putting the hands of your all-world tailback there, and he picks up 9 yards, at least 2nd and 1.
Yeah, Chris is in the chat because he's got to keep an eye on one Skippy.
Oh yeah.
What's her real name? It's like
Ashley.
Ashley, yeah. Bob gave her
her friend Bob.
Her friend Bob nickname her, and it's stuck.
Kamazak on the carry, and he's unable to find any room as the tackle is made by number 57, Danny Stenson. It's 3rd and 1. Sits in the I formation. Look at what Curtis just said. Glad you're here, Colin. Too bad I can't see you. As the give is to Kamazak for the 2nd time, and this time, no! They give him a favorable spot, and Stenson stops him again.
Do you think we'll see the red hanky here?
Just the baby's brought away from the first down, and Coach Vandelay says, I don't think so. Once again, let's take a retroactive look at the play. Presented by Retroid. Get your console to play SFL on the go at GoRetroid.com. And once again, the official here, Rick, is busy to start the ball game. And I think he got it.
Maybe.
Let's see. This is the real shot.
That the money shot?
Mike Ryan was involved on the tackle as well.
Brother Jack Ryan working for the CIA. There we go.
Rolling on the field is overturned, so Coach Vanderlei wins the challenge. And Carolina's not happy about that outcome because the Florida drive will continue.
And that overturned call in favor of Art Vandelay means someone in the Art Vandelay fan club, name drawn at random from their membership roster, will win an snappy Art Vandelay game shirt. How about that?
Offset I formation. Dilfer gives to Beletsky. Beletsky, following Kamazak, will pick up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. And Curtis, responding to earlier comments in the chat, says, I don't control her. She do what she wants.
Right, yeah, that's right. So, all in good fun. All in good fun.
2nd and 5. Bettis in the game now, and Bettis gets the ball. He moves forward ahead for 2, and there's Mojo McClain on the stop. Look Look at that beautiful shirt. I want to know where I can get one of
Yeah,
those.
well, you got to join the Art Vandelay fan club first of all. I think they're just exclusive to members.
This is Miami as the dump off goes to Kamazak on the backfield on 3rd and medium, and it picks up the first down. So they cross him off with another dump off pass to the back, Rick.
Yeah. And surprise, it works. Cue the, I take it you're not a fan, Rick, of those sideline passes. No, not really.
He's had I know you've had a complicated relationship.
Thank you, Rotato Chip. Here's a power eye.
With 2 receivers to the top. 1 tight end, that being, I believe, Smith. Or it could be.
Oh, the same great play by 89.
That's Shervon Prasad.
98? Who was that?
Shervon Prasad, the man who had the pick, gets a 2-yard tackle for loss.
They all everything. 2 tackles, 1 interception. He's going to be your player of the first quarter for sure.
Back to throws. Dilfer almost gets sacked, but gets it away to Art Vandelay. And he goes down the field and into the end zone. And just like that, we're an extra point away from a tie as they hit a big play over the top.
Wow. Wow, his extra small shirt does not constrict his mobility as he takes that one to the house.
They just left him alone in the secondary, and
he just kind of ran right by him. I don't know. Maybe he thought there was more help over top, but there was not.
Defender going for the pick there, and Ethan Snead on for the extra point attempt. Exactly at 3:10 left to go in the first quarter. Extra point splits the sticks. 8 plays, 79 yards, 2 minutes, 50 seconds taken off the clock. And just like that, we are level at 7. Carolina, 2.5 point favorite home over under 30.5.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, yes, Count, just like that, we're tied. So let's restart this game, functionally.
It's down in the end zone by Harish Prasad, number 26 in your program.
You know, a little mild bit of pressure on the Carolina offense here, Colin, because so far the only points to their side of the tote board were scored by the defense. So I think Carolina's offense and Marcus Dunhill have something to prove here, at least to the Rick Meter staff.
Here's the give off to Quintero, spins ahead. They're going to give him a pickup of a yard. Pete Mitchell there to bring it down. Number 93 made first contact.
Pete Mitchell in his second career after owning Top Gun.
6 foot, 301 pounds. Bennett with his team for 5 years overall. 10 as we get a 3rd and 4. Harish Prasad and a carry $29 super chat from Mike Daggs. Rest in peace. Imari Ivan England. Gone from the league in the world too soon. Tell Matt I said hi. Carolina, go win this one for you. Hashtag BNG forever.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mike Daggs.
Dunhill almost sacked and then almost completed it down the field, but alas, it was not meant to be. Ryan Davidson had other ideas.
In that nanosecond, I'm thinking, oh, he's sacked. And then like, oh, he got away. Great, complete it. Oh, it fell incomplete. So many emotions. Well, unfortunately for Carolina, they've disappointed the Rick Meter staff here as they bring out the punt unit.
Malone Brown on for the punt. Gets it away. Returned by Art Vandelay, who had the long touchdown from Dilfer. Gets it up to the 47.
That's pretty good field position, Colin, not going to lie.
You see the return. He already has the one receiving touchdown, and I have to agree with the sentiments of DJ in the chat. First and 10 at the 47. 2:09 to go in the opening frame. We are level at 7. Florida scored on their last offensive possession, and they're looking to do it again. They pitch it out to Boletsky, and they say he picks up no yards because big old Phil Hall ran and down from behind.
He goes for exactly no yards.
And that is that man. No, that was Christopher Colon, rather. 6'5", 299 pounds, running sideways to track down the 210-pound back. As Dilfer again dumps this off, it's Bettis, and the bus tries to get a full head of steam going, but he'll be tackled 3rd and 3.
That was sort of like I don't know what you call it, Colin, a baby screen, because they let 3 guys bleed through the O-line and rush the QB, who took a really deep drop. And it nearly goes for a first down. Either way, it's 3rd and short.
Again, they dump it up. This time to Kovacic, but nothing doing it. Look, it's Shabbat Prasad again. He and his brother Harish Ko on this team. He's having himself a first quarter on that defensive side of the ball.
Just 3 short yards. 3 measly yards. So they started at their own 47, and they get it to like the 50.
Barely the other side of 50.
And they picked up 7 yards because it was 3rd and 3. That was all they could do with it. Oh, well.
Punt bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Ball comes out to the 20. And I know you said something about a punt fest earlier, Rick.
I know.
It seems to have manifested itself.
I know,
But at least you're early. There's still plenty of ball game left.
Yeah, might be a, can I talk? Might be an announcer jinx. Sorry about that, everybody. You're shaking your fist at me, Colin. Oh, yeah, that's
play
right.
up the middle.
You're the talent.
And they'll pick up 2. Just very little push up front from the Carolina offense as the guys in the light blue shirts came crashing down.
Well, the Rick meter's got an early read, and it is emphatically affirming the neutral position. Rick meter's frustrated with both teams right now, looking for one team to make a move.
Curtis in motion. It's Chris Curtis. Back to throw. Dunhill. Pressure. Oh, has to escape up the middle of the field and slides down.
My God. How did he get away? How did they not sack him?
And it'll be 3rd and 4 to start the second quarter. As we played 1. And we're all level at 7 apiece.
What are we watching?
You're watching the SFL here on the Virtual Football Network. I want to remind you that aerial coverage of today's game is brought to you by Dags Droneworks, the aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. Look at that beautiful building of science there in downtown Charlotte. I can't talk all of a sudden.
You're stunned by the beauty and the brilliant execution of the architecture there. Yes, I totally get you.
It's a 3rd and 4 situation, critical time for Carolina here as they line up a 3 wide out of the I formation. Dunhill back to throw. Dunhill has to move out of the pocket. No, scramble and pick up the first down and slides just short of the 35. So Marcus Dunhill getting it done with his legs.
I gotta tell you, Dunhill is slipperier than usual so far this game. He's avoided at least 3 sure sacks in this broadcaster's mind, and he's got some wheels on him tonight too, Colin.
So take a look at the numbers for Dunhill coming in. The touchdown to interception ratio is slightly under wonder. 7 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. 893 yards on the year. Completes this one here underneath, but it'll lose 3 yards backwards as Quintero is tackled by Adam Jones.
And the facts and figures tonight are being kept track of
by Ron Haynes and our good friend Dwayne Schindler, also known as Dakota Butts.
That's right. Thanks, guys.
Dunhill back to throw. Has to scramble. Throws. Ooh. He got a man up and down the field. It's Chase Earl. First time we call his name tonight other than the starting lineups. And it's a big pass play down the field.
That was a great pass, too. That was a tricky one to sort of drop in the bucket there, get another look at it. As, yeah, kind of lands it in there. He can't be offline or off target at all. And that ball is going to be picked
65 yards for Dunhill, 5 of 8 passing. Dilfer 6 of 9 for 104, a touchdown and an interception. Harish Prasad on the carry, and he gets stopped in the line of scrimmage for no gain. Look, it's Adam Jones again.
Not much. What do we got for rushing yardage for each team, Colin?
Dunhill leads Carolina
No,
with
total, just total yardage.
Quick back in the math.
Oh, we don't have a total rushing yards.
Here's the give up the middle again, and lucky to squeeze out a yard is Quintero. Asian Smith on the tackle.
Yeah, 27 for Carolina and 9 for Florida. Yeah, the rushing attack is not working very well for either team at this point, Colin.
3rd and 9.
Did you say either or either? Huh. Either way.
Either.
Oh,
Dunhill has to throw again. Oh, and a man open. It's Earl, but it bounces high in the air, and Dunhill can't believe it. That would have been enough for a first down and perhaps more.
I don't know if we'll get another look at that, but it seemed a little high and hot. Maybe not the most catchable ball Dunhill's ever thrown in his life.
Yeah, that was one of Alexander West's worst case scenario hot dogs. Just a little too much mustard on that football.
A little too much heat. Get your hot dogs. Get your hot dogs, yeah.
Fair catch called for at the 17-yard line. That's where Florida will take over. The 2025 SFL convention kicks off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join the SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor. You can resume your room now at the special group rate at zimfl.net.
I'm getting the evil eye from my compadre here. Yes, we'll make our rise.
And Dilfer throws this again to Siobhan Prasad. His second pick of the evening, and the fans are loving it.
Well, making an early bid to be player of the second quarter.
His second pick of the day, and that one was intended for Kamazak, but instead nestled right between the 99s on the front of the jersey of Siobhan Prasad.
He's playing lights out so far, Colin, in the first quarter and a quarter. A great field position here.
From the 22, they got to take advantage. They do it a little shovel up the middle, and Quintero finds room up for a gain of 6 as we approach under 7 minutes to go. There's Adam Jones again.
Number 48.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was working out his shoulder there, his right shoulder a little bit. I wonder if he got a little stinger on that one.
We'll have to keep an eye on that. This is Jokers. Here's to get the Zoma up the middle, and he burrows ahead. They're going to give him a yard as Smith is on the stop.
You're never trying to, play for a field goal, but I wonder if they're thinking, let's see if we can get the running game on track. And if not, we've got 3 points in our back pocket.
One of the league's more reliable kickers in Malone Brown. He's been around the league a long time. Throw over the middle, but they won't need the field goal because it'll be 1st and down thanks to Chris Curtis.
Chris Curtis with a solid route and quality hands there. Brings that in. First and goal. Wait, yeah, sorry, what am I going through puberty again?
Again, they line up in an empty backfield, 1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line. Dunhill staring against the blitz, throws to the end zone, over the head of everybody. Chase Earl, the closest man to it.
Nearly took the head off the photographer there. Yeah, from the press pool in the end zone.
We have his 2nd and goal, 6:07 on the clock. So again, they go single back this time. I think Harish is back there, offset to the left-hand side. They give it to him. No, that's Quintero, and he had to break a couple tackles just to prevent a big loss. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, I don't know what both teams are having trouble with their right tackle and maybe their right, if they line up a tight end on that right side, because both defenses have killed the other team. with a rush from that side.
Dunhill throws to the end zone, tipped away, looking for Earl, and guess who it was? Andrew Francis, the guy who's been around forever.
Lighten up, Francis.
And Brown will be on for the field goal attempt. This will be a 27-yarder.
Well, assuming it's successful, Marcus Dunhill and his offensive mates for Carolina will have successfully manufactured 3 points. And the kick is up.
And it is good. So he was 6 of 7 coming in, and now he's 7 of 8 of the year as he tacks on another 3 points, and Carolina is able to cash in the turnover in exchange for points.
Well, they take the lead here. So now Florida. You know, Florida's thrown 2 picks already in this game. They need to have some ball security and see if they can put some points on the board on their own with their offensive unit, right, Colin?
Yeah, they did have the big touchdown pass to the guy who just knelt the kickoff in the end zone, Art Vandelay. But other than that, it's been stuck in neutral. It seems like for most of the game. And had these good weapons in these 2 running backs, the fullback Kalmazak and Poletsky, but they've been doing this a lot. Throwing it to Poletsky on the little swing screen. He picks up the first down here, but not a lot of attacking down the field, Rick.
No, not a lot. No, you're true there.
Second catch of the game for Boletsky. He rambled for about 14 yards before Ryan booted him out of bounds.
Picks up a first down, and shout out for my buddy Joseph Guy Clausen there. Or is it Glide Clausen? Anyway, good to see you. And there's a tackle for loss.
It was Vanderlei taking the handoff on the ISO play up the middle, lost the yarding. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, an obvious passing down here.
Another swing screen to Boletsky. It's got a blocker in front, but Danny Stinson able to ride him down like a cowboy riding down a steer.
That's not a bad play.
Before the first down.
Sorry, I thought you were done talking. That's not a bad play. Brings up 3rd and very short. And Carolina, to their credit, they sent 5 guys on that. They knew it was a passing down.
They got Rodney Smith lined up as fullback as they give off the Bettis, and he easily picks up the first down. Don't mark him exactly at the midfield stripe. And the defense an opportunity to get off the field there, but
yeah,
alas, not meant to be.
Well, it's tough to defend 3rd and inches, no matter where you're on the field. But I think Florida, you know, if they could get 4 or 5 yards a crack on a draw play they would take it.
Get to Boletsky. Boletsky finds 6 yards.
Further to my point, wasn't exactly a draw, but you know, the idea was the running game versus the passing game.
And the defense for Carolina, any opportunity that they can get to get this Florida offensive machine off the field, they have to take advantage of it. They didn't there. And it'll be a 3rd and 2, so slightly longer than 3rd and inches, but still very difficult to stop.
Well, interestingly enough, this 3rd and 2 is brought to you by the run game. See if they stick with it here to pick up another first down.
Check this out. They have Art Vanderlei lined up as a tight end in this formation. Jesus Smith is the fullback. Or no, that is not Jesus Smith. That is Rodney Smith. My apologies. And they swing it out again. Kalmazak lined up at tailback. And just when you think they're going to run it, they throw it right over everybody's head.
And they cagely let the DN right in on him and threw it over him. Did you see that? And he just matriculates down the field into that space that was vacated by said rushing DN.
I think that was Trevon Persad again wanting to take advantage of the short corner, but alas, it was a trap for the defense.
Right. Don't forget to keep your eyes and ears open for cultural references and vocabulary words. There's a deep pass.
Dover's pass down the field intended for Stephen Bush, but ultimately knocked away Danny Stinson in the neighborhood. along with, I believe that was Ryan, who ultimately hit on Bush there.
Hit on Bush? He hit on him, did he? Put a hit on him. Hit. Nothing. I got nothing. Nothing but the fish shake. All right, everybody. Where's HR? Where's League HR? I got to find for him.
And it's Ron Haynes in motion. He's the one tight end in the formation. Is the straight line up in the I formation. Gilfer on the roll. Throw backside. Oh, tipped in here by about two different people, but ultimately incomplete. Danny Stenson, I believe, knocked that one down. It'll be 3rd and 10.
You know, Colin, you better be careful. I'm somewhat of a good friends with League HR. You know, they like my jokes so much. A lot of times I get to go to HR and retell my jokes that I've told in the office.
Oh, here we go. 3rd and 10. They go 3 receivers, top 4 total. 2:22 left. Play action roll up. Dilfer's going to throw backside, and that was not a wise choice. In fact, it almost ended up in an interception. And there's England there with the deflection, and it's 4th down.
Incomplete, yes. Yeah, you know, I messed that up. The real joke is, you know, I'm friends with HR. In fact, I'm so funny. They like me to come to their offices and tell my jokes to them too.
Marcus Agrippa on for the other punt. See, even your retelling of the joke still wasn't great.
Still stupid.
As the ball is down inside the 2 by Adam Jones down there at special teams. So Marcus Agrippa showing why he has been the man when it comes to punting in the major. As Carolina is now stuck on their own 3. Not the 2, but the 3. We 1st and 10. They line up in an empty backfield. Uh-oh, this is real dangerous.
Going on safety alert here.
Gotta be careful. Dunhill gets it away over the middle. Earl, that's good enough for 1st down up to the 20. So everything is mute. And we reached the 2-minute warning.
It's moot, not mute. Make that like 8 times. Dunhill should have been sacked so far, and he's not. And he converts that into a nice game.
We reached the 2-minute warning. Watching the SFL here on the Virtual Football Network. And the yardage trick, it's entirely in favor of the Storm, in spite of the fact that they have a backup quarterback. But it's a defense.
Yeah, the only exception is the rushing yards, and 18 versus 33. That's nothing to write home about for either team. But you're right, Colin. Florida's got him right now statistically.
It's Dunhill looking to add to that total. Oh, he'll add a yard.
Oh, good.
As Vince DeSantis had to come back for that ball. And by the time he did, he wasn't far downfield.
That was gross. Got some mouthwash or some gum over there? Silly.
1:56 to go in the 1st half. Remember, Florida got the ball first. To start the ball game as Quintero finds a big opening. It picks up a 1st down up over the 30. His best run of the ball game by far. Needed 9, got 10. And that'll move the sticks.
Well, let's see if they can manufacture some more points here with $1:40 to go. Now $1:37. The 135. 134. I mean, okay, I'm getting the cut it signal.
Dunhill, draw play up the middle. Ooh, they almost timed that perfectly, but the free rushing defensive end, that was Tomello, won him down at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Was that a broken play? Was that messed up? Look, the whole operation in the backfield looked funky.
I think they just got so much penetration in the field, they being the Florida defensive line, that it just
trying to take him to
futzed the timing of the whole thing up, as you love to say.
Futzed it up, yeah. I think they were trying to take him to Funky Town.
And Quintero tackled for a loss of 1. I think Skyhawks are content just to sit on this ball. Because remember, they get it coming out of the locker room. So that's the calculation here. It's 3rd and 11. Curtis in motion. Play clock go down to 12. Dunhill will throw.
Ooh.
Over and ahead of everybody, incomplete.
Fourth down. Punting unit will make an appearance.
Mike Dax, he's coming up with answers to questions we didn't even know.
Yeah, you know, Mike, when you and Kelly came for a visit, I forgot to tell you I was thinking about starting up a fungi farm, but I ultimately didn't because it turned out I didn't have much room for it.
It's Vandalay on the return. Art will get a nice up return to the 42. And Florida has their full complement of timeouts. They don't have very far to go for their place kicker, Ethan Sneed. He's got a pretty big leg.
Indeed. Well, 15 seconds, nothing's going to happen here. Am I right?
With Logan Jack in the chat.
Hello, Logan. I'd say we've seen this formation about 14 times already. I like it because they're running different concepts out of it each time. This is saying screen pass to me or a swing pass. No,
it's going to be a straight handoff to Kamazak and Mario Van England on the tackle again.
All right.
It gets another half TFL next to his name in the statistical ledger, and we get a timeout with 3 seconds left. If you're just going to run the ball, you're going to appear to run out the clock. Why call a timeout with 3 seconds?
Colin, if they take a knee here, just shoot me now.
I don't think they're going to do that. They're lined up in the old Hail Mary.
They're going to do a 58-yard Hail Mary. Let's go.
With the backup quarterback. And Dilford throws the ball. Whoa! And Giffus catches it down at the 30, but there's no time left. They probably should have done that on first down.
They're a player too late for that one.
Giffus catches the ball. And look, it's Amari on the tackle again.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
We reach halftime. 10-7 score. Carolina in front. Well,
no doubt about who the first half player is, Colin.
That last sequence is crazy, but it's Shervon Prasad, yes. Harish, he's gotten the ball a couple of times.
Yeah, Harish's getting outplayed by his bro.
Vandalay had the big catch.
Yep.
The big bomb down the field.
Catch, big guy.
And Dunhill, had carried the ball a few times, thrown for 89 yards. Chase Earl, 2 grabs. The defense, specifically that guy, has been the star of the show. She runs inside. And what a surprise. He's player to have 2 picks, 3 tackles, 1 touchdown. All right, now let's take a break presented by Breaks GPT for halftime.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
An Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Breaks GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Breaks GPT offers a shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join our huge community of collectors on the Breaks GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at any humongous headline on our site, breaksgpt.com. Harish Prasad downs the ball in the end zone, and Shervon with the comment of the night so far.
Yeah.
He says it's funny as it would be. I would please like to not finish this game with more yards than my brother.
Let's see what happens. Just medium drop and
Dunhill defends DeSantis, who's down the field, and Evan Carroll knocks him out of bounds, but not before the yardage fairy moved way down the field.
I love it. And, coming out of halftime, Colin, this is a part of the broadcast we like to ask what the heck's going on with the Rick meter. Well, the Rick meter's going advantage Carolina here, Colin. Advantage Carolina.
You look at Don Hill. He's completed 6 of his last 10. That last one went for about 28 yards.
Look at that 30, 17, and 28 all stick out.
Sanders, the biggest play in the pass game is Arish Prasad. Well, he's been bottled up like the genie, and
It's well defended there, Colin. There wasn't much you could do with that.
Adam Jones again with yet another tackle. He had a busy first half. Don Hill back to throw against a blitz. Oh, nice catch made by Adam Banks for the first down. Number 80, first time we called his name in a bit.
Yeah.
Makes the big catch there.
And for those of you not familiar with the rules, even though he was tackled short of the line of gain, he caught and possessed the ball over the line of gain. So they give him his forward progress. That's what that's called.
We have a 1st and 10. Under 9 minutes to go now. Back to throw, Dunhill again. Good protection. Ooh, and the pass just underneath Banks.
Yeah, I'm not sure Banks and Dunhill were on the exact same page with that route, because Dunhill confidently threw that behind him. Am I right?
Yes, I agree with you. In fact, it appeared from my vantage point that the defender was closer to the ball than the receiver.
Yeah.
Here's the give to Quintero, and tackled after a gain of 2. And for the first time this evening, let's go to Cam Irvine in the studio for a game break. Cam?
Thank you, Colin. Baltimore, 14.5-point favorites tonight. This Jack Wigmore to Benji Matson touchdown is not enough, however. Queen City is leading 13-7 towards the end of the first half. Back to you.
Ooh, mild upset watch there in the Charm City. As Dunhill is back to throw. As all day fires, has Chris Curtis down to the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Daniel Wright saves what could have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a great big jump play. Good job, Chris Curtis. And does well to hang on, as I'm sure trying to get the defenders trying to punch that ball out as he's dragging him to the ground. See right there, trying to get his arm in there.
That was a throw of some 34 yards down the field by Dunhill. He's up to 162 now. Kurt Tracini is his affectionate nickname. His Carolina mates call him. It's the 1st and goal. Dunhill throws, end zone, touchdown!
Hey.
Vince DeSantis catches it, and we're an extra point away from making this a firm double-digit lead.
Well, the Rick Meter staff is sitting back enjoying another Pop-Tart and cracking open another Mountain Dew as they pat themselves on the back for going advantage Carolina coming out of halftime. Look what happened. Look what happened. Look, what did you do? What did you do?
That 4 catches now, 4 targets for 52 yards for DeSantis. Extra point up and good. 7 plays, 80 yards to drive. Summary. You're watching Simulation Football League action here on the Virtual Football Network. Coming up this week, it's SFL action tonight.
Yes.
On Monday. Or Tuesday,
Wait, tonight?
SFLM is on Tuesday this week.
Ooh.
And then Wednesday, it's a debut of the UFL inaugural season. Starts Wednesday and continues Thursday right here. An exciting week on BPN. I love it, Rick. More football is better than less football.
Yes, that's one of our family rules. If something's good, more is better than less.
UFL is cool, exciting, and I know there's been plenty of buzz around that concept.
And a lot of people are going to be in both leagues, so excited to see that product. And here's a swing pass.
Dump off to Boletsky, and he surges ahead, picks up 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 2.
You know, that swing pass has really turned into a problem for Carolina, Colin.
See the numbers for Dilfer, they're fairly solid, but the 2 interceptions, they stick out like a sore thumb, especially considering they both cost points.
Yep. Yeah, they got 10,
they
gave up the 10 points off turnover. One was pick 6, and the other led to a failed goal. Kicking contest.
3rd and 1.
Test of skill.
Again, the game is condensed into a phone booth, Rick, and we'll see what comes out of it. The superior one is Kamazak, has room, and ooh, he was just about one more defender away from rumbling a long way.
One more hurdle or dipsy-do there, Bruce. He are a sniper. That's old Detroit hockey announcer right there, Sid Abel. Bruce Martin. Look it up. Hard to do better than those two. Back in the day.
6:37 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, we're going with the offset, huh? Mixing it up a little bit.
Give off to Beletsky. He gets 2 yards on the play. He's 2nd and 8. Stinson there. And the yardage is firmly in Carolina's favor now. Florida continuing to keep pace. Look at the average yards per play.
211 to 207. I don't know firmly, Colin. I don't want to call you out in front of your fans. Those are fairly even stats. I'm going to go with that. How about that?
Yeah, the numbers have definitely evened out. As, oh boy, this one helped Florida's cause it all and lost 2 yards on a little swing pass to Beletsky.
Yeah, they figured that swing pass to the RB out on that one, didn't they?
Of course, Carolina wearing uniforms tonight, designed by a guy you like very much, Michael Turillo.
Mike Turillo, exactly.
As Dilfer throws, it's intercepted. Mike Ryan has it. So the linebacking core has 2, and Ryan says, how about one for us back here in the secondary? I love it.
Wow, you know who doesn't like it? Dilfer.
That's his 3rd pick. He was looking for Giffus back across the middle of the field. It's basic QBing 101.
Is he? Is Dilfer colorblind? Because that gray and the green of the field and the black of the uniforms are going to look 2 tones of gray. It's like he's just standing there, and it throws it right to him. And as the receiver cut behind him, that was that's scary. You know, that's scary. That's a gosh darn shame.
Yeah, it is scary. In a lot of ways, it's Dunhill over the middle, completes to this Ennis for a pickup of 7 yards. They'll call it on the field. It'll be 2nd and 3. Looking great there with the old school neck roll. How a tight end is supposed to look.
Big fan of the neck roll, or the neck board for some of your Mike linebackers or D linemen.
6'5", 220. Really big, stout guy. Quintero tries to pick up the first down. He will.
He just bulldozes, what's his name, over the line to gain there. 34. Who's that?
That is Daniel Wright, the free safety.
Mr. Free Safety, I'm so sorry. I look bad.
Just some great ideas.
What's that? A spin
throw, and it's incomplete.
I think Dunhill made himself dizzy spinning in the pocket like that.
You know, it's like the spinning thing when they blindfold people when they do the pinata. They make you spin on the pole, you know, and the guy comes out of the, or person comes out of the pole and it's like,
yeah, Dunhill just airmails that thing to the end zone. All right, let's try this again. 2nd and 10.
There's a get to Quintero. He has room, and Wiley Quintero finding huge chunks, and he's a baby's breath away from a first down marker. It's 3rd and inch.
It's got to be gratifying for Quintero because he'd been bottled up on most of his possessions in the game so far, and that's a good one. A little bit of a stretch play to the left side.
3rd and inches here. Chris Carter's lining up as a tight end on the wing.
Look at everybody on the line of scrimmage here for Florida.
Do they give it to Zoma? He has 1 carry. Nope, they give it to the second man through Harish, and he picks up the first down.
And you know what made that happen, Colin? The Carolina O-line just pushed Florida for the couple yards they needed. Easy to run behind that.
Yeah, this offensive line, they might have been pushed around here near early going, but now they've started to assert themselves against a very good Florida defensive front. Here's a outside to Mello. Gets sack time in an emphatic way, and Marcus Dunhill, the pass rush finally catches up to him.
He's been living 9 lives back there in the pocket. and this one fails him.
It's going to be a loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 as Tomelo had a short corner. Nobody picked him up. And I mean nobody. And Tomelo, that is his second. He's now up to 2.5 sacks in the year as Dunhill back to throw again. Fires! Ooh, Evan Carroll almost picked it off. Early 3rd and 16. He's going to be regretting that.
He's going to want that one back because by all rights, Carolina should have had at least a couple guys open. And because Florida lined up 4, they brought a linebacker up right before the snap, and then they sent another guy. They rushed 6.
The math wasn't mathing for the offensive line up front as they go 4 wide again. Dunhill has to escape the pocket. Fires. Oh, it almost a spectacular catch, but incomplete. Andrew Francis on the breakup as Chase Earl, the intended receiver, and out comes Malone Brown.
Francis don't lighten up. He's the lumber.
This is going to be a 41-yarder. Malone Brown made one from 27 in the first half. And the 3 points extends the lead out now to 20-7. 3-1 to go in the 3rd. Drive summary right there. And how many likes do we have on this video so far, Dad?
I gotta check. You know, hey, let me get there. Oh, for gosh sakes, let me go there.
Hey,
wait, it's 20.
Well, it's still not enough. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action.
We have way more than that checking out the broadcast. So.
Giff is on the return up the middle, and he motors up to the 35-yard line.
Put your Cheetos and Diet Dr. Pepper down and smash that like button.
You know, speaking of, you mentioned Pop-Tarts earlier.
Yes, yeah.
Of course, they're frosted Pop-Tarts, but I did see some guys in the truck earlier today walking around with some that mayo. You know, you can do all sorts of crazy things with the mayo.
With the mayo? Duke's mayo?
Yeah.
Yeah, from North Carolina, yeah. Well, you know, when we actually did some pregame stuff sponsored by Duke's Mayo earlier with the so thanks to Duke's Mayo.
And Vandalate makes the little pitch out, picks up 5 yards.
All proceeds raised went to the Rick Meter charities. So thank you very much. Rick Meter does a lot of great things like sponsoring Rick.
Of course, it's delusional and thinks all the glory is for it in the SFL.
That's right.
It's first down for Kamazak on the carry. You know, this Florida running game,
Yes.
it's starting to pick up steam a little bit from last time we checked, but longest run between the 3 ball carriers, including Mr. Vandalate, is 8 yards. Carolina has 1 double-digit run, Quintero Lana. Here they pitch it out to Bula Beletsky. Beletsky has almost no room as guess who? Mike Ryan makes the tackle there to limit the pickup for 1.
That's just an old-fashioned, you know, Green Bay Packers toss sweep. And very well defended by Carolina.
They just didn't get enough seals because they clearly were trying to run the play in the alley. As now they go to the backup, and it sets up a 3rd and 6. And, you know, we're approaching the end of the quarter here. You're down by multiple scores. It's critical you keep this drive going.
Yes. Hey, talk about, you know, hinge points within a game, and this is one here.
Dilfer. Oh, incomplete. That's Amari. Had it in his hands, but ultimately it hit the turf rather than being cradled into his body.
Bring out the punting unit, and with the appearance yet again of the Florida punting unit, the Rick Meter's going probable Carolina here still in the 3rd quarter.
We get a punt away. This is fielded. It's Nolan Pierce, their first overall pick, number 11. He's also in this receiving bar. He's just 1 target. He's back there returning kicks and punts.
Yeah. Exactly. So, if you're Carolina here, Colin, as we get to the end of the third, heading into the fourth, what's your game plan here now? What are you trying to do?
I think you're trying to chew up as much clock as possible, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go full turtle yet. But I would lean more toward the ground game. But that's not a good start there, as that'll lose a yard, second and 11.
Right. You want to stay out of obvious situations, and unfortunately, it's going to be an obvious passing situation for second and 11. But the clock still moves. I think your point is valid. They want to shorten this game as much as possible, especially since Florida hasn't shown them to be much of a threat.
They gained a yard back, they lost, but it's still going to be third and double digits. And Smith was on a tackle there, Jesus Smith. See, Juan, Mississippi. That's just a fun name to say, Juan, Mississippi.
That's fun to say. Keep the running back in for extra protection.
Dunhill. Oh, he's hit from behind. The defensive back blitz works to perfection for Florida. And Ness Ginkle, the rookie, comes in on the sack, and that'll be a loss of 5.
Well,
nobody picked him up.
And the rookie's wondering how in the world did Dunhill hang on to the ball? That blindside unexpected hit like that, it's not uncommon to separate the ball from the quarterback.
We reached the end of the third quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League here on the Virtual Football Network. Stay tuned, folks. Don't go anywhere.
And we're back. The score is Carolina 20, Florida 7. The Rick meter is probable Carolina. It has been since the third quarter now. But Carolina's going to give the ball back to Florida. Florida should have some good field position right now. Maybe they can make some noise.
Browns' heels are at the goal line, so Florida should get outstanding field position from this. Ball is returned up to only the Florida 39. There's Skippy Curtis
49.
making a tackle there on special teams.
Skippy. Fellow Michigander.
You know, they moved down to the Detroit area to use
Detroit? Yeah, exactly.
recently.
Well, of course, we're a Ann Arbor, generally speaking, based broadcast team. Happy to be down here in Carolina tonight. It's a little warmer.
As Dilfer completes this out to Ains, and that's good enough for first down. And people, you know, putting the customary numbers in the chat.
Oh, yeah, you forgot to do your thing. You normally call those out. Guess we forgot.
I'm letting it happen organically. That's what.
There
okay,
you go.
That's what
right.
I'm going to go with.
You're going to go. Good man. Organic. Organic's good. Too many pesticides in your typical broadcast.
Dive up the middle is stopped for no gain. Denson on the tackle. You got Carolina has to be pleased with how they're playing against the division-leading opponent. It was talked about during the Friday kickoff show, Rick and Mike and Gerald. Carolina always seems to put their best foot forward when they play these games.
They do, and in fact, the betting public agrees as Carolina's given 2.5, so they're the favored team.
Boletsky can knock that out of bounds to set up a 3rd and 4. Seeing a lot of that, and hopefully we'll get to see the Hall of Famer Ron Cochran soon back under center. He's 196 yards or so away from becoming the all-time leading passer in league history. It's a shovel underneath. It's good enough for first down to Bettis.
Yes, get well soon to Ron Cochran. It's recuperating. He could be back in action next week.
You've seen both teams run the shovel, and for the first several times they ran it, there was no room. But recently there's been a lot of room, as Dilfer's now up over 207. And I'll add to that total here as Boletsky gains 2 more yards.
You know, I mean, he's out there and available to make the catch, but very impressed with Carolina's pursuit.
Davidson Joseph on the tackle. There, number 42. Here's the give up the middle. Kamazak cuts back. And it into a crowd of black shirted defenders as this sets up a 3rd and 4.
I don't know about these back-to-back running attempts here, Colin. Like you'd pointed out earlier, down the field plays are what's going to be important in a comeback game. And I'm not seeing a lot of that in the score.
And Dilfer, he goes like down the field, touchdown. Guess who? Vendelay over the top. And just like that, we're an extra point away from this being a 6-point game.
Friends and family and fans of Florida can pass me a gratuity there for the broadcaster conjuring. I'll give you my Cash App later.
Shervon Prasad trying to make yet another INT.
Yeah.
But alas, it came up Florida light blue instead.
Well, the old, don't look now, but it'll be a 1-score game. The Rick Meter staff is anxiously choking on their Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew as they're going to have to head back to their Bank Michigan issued sponsored slide rules and start recalculating things here.
So the kickoff is forthcoming. It'll go down to about the 5. Nolan Pierce on the middle fumble. But Carolina fell back on the ball. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
So close to, what do you say, Colin?
Fumble!
Disaster, exactly.
Number 68 fell on the ball. And Carolina takes over at their own 25. And
Carolina might have to put a little giddy up in their approach here, Colin. Now that Florida's shown them something.
Give up the middle. And, Art Vanderlei hit a little personal milestone. That's his 4th game with at least a touchdown of some kind.
Wow, okay.
Thank you, Cam, for that. And now under 7 to go, and all of a sudden Carolina finds the deficit is closed. They need a score of any kind, but a touchdown would be huge as Dunhill rolls, throws back, set. Oh, it's going to be intercepted. Jesus Smith will get tackled at the Carolina 40. Oh,
Dunhill not afraid to throw it hard into a crowd and ends up caroming around. A carom, there's your vocabulary. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 4th or 5th player to touch the ball gets it.
As they'll take over in Carolina territory at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Dilfer. Their 2nd touchdown pass of the ball game to Vandelay. And, this is when you want to start tightening your seatbelts, especially if you're a fan of the Skyhawks, as Boletsky will pick up 8 yards.
Right. If you have a seatbelt, you might want to give it a little cinch. If you have a hat, you're going to want to hang on to that, because here we go.
We have a 2nd and 2.
If you have any horses, you're going to have to hold your horses there. Oh, Nelly.
Rodney Smith, the fullback. A common back fumbles, and it's picked up by Mojo McLean. Bounced right in his arms. That's who is Shervon Prasad who forced the fumble.
Oh my gosh, golly, look at that.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it was number 99 who forced the fumble. And then Mojo McLean just says, look what I found. Here's the ball.
Thank you, Mr. Prasad. I'll take it from here.
Carolina takes over on their own 38. Florida took over on their own 40. It's almost like they're right back to where they started from, to quote that famous song.
My goodness.
6:16 to go in the game. Carolina up by 6.
All right, Dunhill gets a reprieve from that INT he threw.
They'll start off with a Quintero run. That's a yard. Well, I have your attention, please. Week 6 continues tomorrow with a pair of matinee matchups on Big Game Sunday. Charleston visits Mexico City. Nashville travels to division rivals Chicago. Your day of football starts right here on the Virtual Football Network. Fun stuff, particularly that Mexico City Charleston game. Should be fun. Give up the middle. And it'll be another pickup of 1 as Juan Mississippi brings him down.
Yes, the Fighting Mike Daggs could be in there.
I agree with Harish that his brother should be up for Defensive Player of the Week.
There you go.
At the very least. Carolina 5 of 13 on third down. Florida 7 of 12. It's a big reason why both of these squads have been able to do what they've done. Oh, one-handed catch. Adam Banks brings it in, and that is going to be the nice hands catch of the game brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handout in your hand to play only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23 and the assistant GM for the Skyhawks showing off the dexterity there.
Wow, yeah, just puts that big mid out there and it sticks. Great catch. Great catch.
We're now under 5 to go. They're going to give to Quintero again. He's been able to find the big holes in the rush lanes that Harish Prasad has not been able to.
Yeah, let's see if they can continue to manufacture first downs and chew up clock. That's the real body blow that Carolina can deliver here, even if they don't put more points in the board.
Again, they go shovel up the middle, and Harish, oh, no room to be found at all. One Mississippi gobbles them up.
That was a good defensive stop. I don't believe they're in field goal range right here. If Florida can hold serve.
They're just past their own 40. They probably have to get
50, be like a 55-yarder. I'm not sure if they can make it.
Dunhill back to throw. Dumps it short. Banks dumps out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. What an effort.
It's a first down and field goal range for Carolina. Rick Meter staff breathing a sigh of relief. They're still sitting on probable Carolina. Remember, it's advantage probable, and then once the Rick Meter team knows, it's book it. So Carolina's just one tick away from book it.
That's the second big catch that Adam Banks has had on this drive. 3 catches in total on 6 targets for him today. And Quintero will lose a yard, but more importantly for them, the clock continues to move. As Chris Curtis says, one of your favorite puns ever, the bank is clearly open.
And the bank is open, exactly. We're ready to help you do business. Do some business.
Dunhill back to throw. Bails again. Finds Chris Curtis down to the 15. That's good enough for a first down, but more importantly, that clock continues to tick on down.
He just came out of his break. Let's get another look at this. Curtis, where is he? Turns around, yeah. Maybe turns the wrong way, I'm not sure, but he may have had to use his Echo co-locating device to actually guide that into his hands.
16 of 28, 218. He's been sacked twice, but he's escaped out of multiple sacks.
He could legit be at like 6 sacks.
It's Quintero breaking off tackles, gets to 10. They're going to give him 6 yards.
Legit. That's how kids these days talk. You know.
Agreed.
If they don't, if you don't use the right words, right, they think you're sus. Don't be sus.
Cringe.
Cringe. Are you cringe?
2nd and 4. They line up everybody in tight and give up the middle. Harish Prasad, and the biggest amount of running room he's finding. It's good enough for 1st and goal.
I'm pleased that someone knows what Echo co-location is all about. Thank you, Chris.
The 1st and goal.
We haven't had many vocabulary words today. What's wrong with us? Didn't anybody read any books this week? Come on. Pick it up, people. I got an offset eye.
He's over the fullback, gets him up, but he fumbled it. Oh, luckily for Carolina, I think it was Zoma fall back on his own fumble. He's got to be frustrated with himself, man. He can't believe he dropped the ball.
Oh,
no, I think it was Vince DeSantis initially tried to fall on it, but I think Zoma got it back anyway. We reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL here on the Virtual Football Network.
Colin, you're such a pro. You're having a big spaz about something. We've reached the 2-minute warning. All smooth. Nice job, partner. Well, he was carrying that ball like up over his shoulder. No wonder it got punched out. Come on.
There's a get to Quintero. Ooh, he stopped the yard short, but more importantly for Carolina, Florida now is at the point where they have to start burning timeouts.
I got to burn the TOs. Try and hold him to a field goal attempt.
This is from the 2. No, at the 1.
Yeah, they're upset. Florida's upset they couldn't generate that turnover.
They were so close to it. Quintero dives over the top, and it's a perfect 10 because he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Skyhawks. He went high in the air without a care in the world. Look at this. Woo!
Sticks the landing. Wow. Well, and with that, the Rick Meters going book at Carolina.
And for Quintero, that's only his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. The 3rd one all year done by this Carolina team. Soma had 5 carries coming in, 13 plays, 62 yards, 4 minutes, 21 seconds. And everybody's all fired up about this one. And boy, if the hill didn't look harder to climb right now, it almost too impossible.
It didn't look
for
hard.
Florida.
Yeah, here, let me finish that thought for you. If the hill didn't look hard to climb before, it's a mountain now, right? Down by 13, 2 possessions, 2 full touchdown possessions, $1:55 to go. You know what Florida says? Let's go.
And you have 2 timeouts in their back pocket.
Florida says we got them right where we want 'em. Come on, make it interesting. Let's get down the field, boys and girls.
Dover back to throw. Dumps it underneath the Boletsky, and that's not going to help things, and they already have to burn one of their remaining timeouts. And let's go back to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam?
Thank you, Colin. Queen City struggling in the second half, but this is their last-ditch effort. Pick by Alex Marshall in the end zone. They trail Baltimore 24-13, but now have a first down at about the 30 with 9 minutes to go. Back to you.
Ooh, close game. Baltimore showing why they had that championship pedigree as Dover throws. It's intercepted. Oh my goodness. It's Ron Prasad for the 3rd time.
Oh, no.
3rd time, and he forced a fumble.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Hat-trick. Had 3 picks for Prasad?
Man, it's just like.
That's crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just like Rod Martin in Super Bowl 15. He had 3 picks off of Ron Jaworski.
Okay. The Encyclopedia of Football says just like Jaworski getting picked off. And the Rick Meters book it Carolina emphatically now.
Here's Quintero up the middle, will pick up a yard, and Florida will now burn in their final timeout. And I just can't believe the individual performance we've been seeing from Siobhan Prasad. You know, people make jokes about the fact that he's a defender and he can't catch the ball. Well, he's caught all 3 of the balls thrown his way, and he's forced the fumble.
They're going to put him on the practice with the offensive unit this week. Oh my gosh, playing out of his mind.
And he got a pick 6, don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget.
As Quintero,
fighting.
He's been a little feisty guy. He sets up a 3rd and 5.
He's a fighter.
And there's going to be some very happy faces down in Raleigh.
Well, even if they can't pick up a first down, they're going to be able to take this thing to about 30 seconds left in the game. And they're in field goal range, so they will attempt a field goal if they don't produce a first down in this play here.
Wow. Siobhan Prasad, 5 total INTs since April of 2023. He has 3 today. And the backup fullback gets a carry. They don't trust Zoma after he fumbled the ball, and I don't blame him. Jesus Smith makes the tackle there, and it'll be 4th and 4.
He's sitting on the sideline with a football-shaped teddy bear. that he has to now hold for all week.
I heard the athletic training staff made a handle out of tape too. So we can all run it in addition. As it is now going to be a 35-yard attempt by Malone Brown. His third field goal of the day is up and good. It is now 30-14 with 19 seconds left. Let's take care of something I love to do during times like this, and that is look at the upcoming schedule for both teams. Florida's on a bye in week 7 before they travel to Lexington, followed by, guess what? Another bye. Carolina travels to Arizona to take on the Scorpions before back-to-back road games at Albuquerque, and then they travel up to Olympia, Washington, in Washington State to take on the Trident, who are now leading the Western Division thanks to Sin City beating Vancouver last night.
Wow.
Trident on a bye this week, so next week's game will be huge.
Huge.
In all caps.
Well, here we go. Just trying to make something interesting happen. Is your Florida Storm.
Delfer goes down the field, tipped in the air and incomplete. Ooh, and it was Trevon again. He's like, oh, wait, there's the ball.
Dude's like a magnet. The ball's always finding him. We'll get another pass play here. Well, they got their backup quarterback today, Colin, and
you know, they performed well on offense last week. They beat Nashville 23-0. And but this week, you know, faced with a different team, a different type of situation. Obviously, it didn't come out on the wash looking good for them, but luckily they have a bye week to lab and prepare and think. And I know Max Paul and Art Vanderlei, the coaches, everybody will
get themselves reorganized.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cochran should be. I didn't realize they had a bye next week, so he should be back in 2 weeks. And that brings up 4th and 10.
It was Demar Alban England on the deflection pass intended for Stephen Bush.
And don't forget the extra emotional charge that the Skyhawks bring to the game, having lost one of their own this past week.
Indeed. Like I mentioned in the pregame, it was hard, but they rallied together today, and the throw is incomplete. It'll be turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Skippy Curtis forcing the incompletion. Former corner spot, Stephen Bush, the intended receiver again. Ooh, he almost had it.
Yeah, I probably should have caught that.
Ooh,
yeah,
you almost had it. I got you, though.
I got you $1. Yeah,
reminds me of that.
We couldn't catch very well today, but we made up for it by not tackling.
And one kneel down by Marcus Dunhill will put a nice bow on things, as the Skyhawks now find themselves leading the way in the Eastern Division. They beat Florida 30-14.
Well, Carolina covers the spread and the under. They bring this game in on the under, so that hits for you. Well, super game, boy. Talk about Prasad and the game he had, Colin.
Oh, it's just unbelievable. One pass deflection, one forced fumble, 3 interceptions, including a pick 6. He's an easy choice to play the game, I know, but if we had to go other people, who would you pick?
I don't know. He's my player of the game. You get to do that one. Who are you going to pick?
The other guy I got to give a shout out to is Marcus Dunhill. He avoided, I don't know, getting sacked how many times, had big throws down the field to so many big targets.
Don't forget the slippery runs he had in the first half to produce some first downs as well.
Look at the yards. Close-ish for
close,
first downs. Colin Northup, Rick Northup, thanks to our statisticians Ron Ains and Dwayne Schindler, and Cameron Irvine, our producer. Thank you all, and good night.